Pioneer fans, Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey is live and on the air. We are live here at Eddie Egger Ice Arena, where it is your Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey team taking on Northville, the Mustangs, here at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. As we take a look, as I'm going to drop my iPad with the scoreboard on it, that would not be good. As we take a look at what's going on with these two teams. Pioneer is 1-7 on the season as they fell the opening game 6-1 to Washtenaw United. Then they beat Mercy 1-0. They fell to Greater Flint United 5-2. They lost to Sacred Heart 4-3. They lost to Walled Lake 8-2. That was back on the 23rd of November. On the 24th of November, a two-goal game. St. Clair Shores beat Pioneer 3-2. Liggett beat them on December 11th, 8-0, and then Cransbrook Kingswood in a game yesterday at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena. That was a 8-1 loss to Cransbrook Kingswood. Pioneer did get their lone goal in the second as Cranbrook Kingswood scored 4 goals in the first. Pioneer had the lone goal in the second. That was Shikachi on that goal. And then Cranbrook Kingswood was able to score 4 more in the third for the win. But Pioneer, despite giving up 4 goals in the first, did push them the full game, which is a good thing. Taking a look at the top scores for Pioneer currently, with 5 points is Hebben. She has 3 goals and 2 assists. Evie Portinga has 4 points on 3 goals and 1 assist. Shikachi now has 3 points on 2 goals and 1 assist. Estella Young has 2 points on 1 goal and 1 assist. Pace, rounding out the top 5, has an assist for a point, as well as Bergman, Bacalus, as well as Joe Fall having that was Pace, Bergman, and Bacalus having an assist for a point. Joe has a goal for a point. And that is your top scores for Pioneer. Taking a look at Northville as we're getting ready, counting down about 7 minutes or a little bit more before the game actually kicks in here. As we take a look, Northville is 0-6-1 on the season. They start off with the tie versus Mercy, 2-2 here at Eddie Egger. Then they lost 4-0 to St. Clair Shores. They lost 5-0 to Sacred Heart. They lost 8-0 to Washtenaw United. They lost 9-1 to Livonia United. No score reported in the game on December 8th versus Greater Flint United. They lost to Northville 8-0 on December 8th. December 14th, they lost to Walled Lake 7-0. So two teams that are trying to find their right to their way on the right side of the score sheet there. Taking a look, it is Agazi who has 2 points on 2 goals, leading the way. Martz has a goal for a point, and it was take a look. Yazaki has a assist for a point. So that is these two teams. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will be back with your opening puck drop. You're watching Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Again, we are live here at Eddie Egger Ice Arena, where it is your Pioneer women's varsity hockey team taking on the Northville Mustangs. Coming up for Pioneer, they have a couple more games this week. Unfortunately, we won't be able to broadcast them as because I had to take a week and a half off of work to be at the hospital with my wife. I have to work late all this week to try and get everything done before the holidays. Please forgive me. I hope after the new year we'll be able to get to very close to a full broadcast schedule. And please forgive us for not being there like I want to, but I really got to be there for my wife. Is 2 back surgeries in the space of 2.5 weeks has been rough. But coming up this week, it is on Wednesday, the 18th, at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena, 5 o'clock game between Grosse Pointe North and Pioneer. Then on the 19th, Thursday, they're going to be over at the Big Boy Arena to take on Regina Lutheran North Austin. That's a 4:55 game. And then Friday, December 20th at the Oak Park Ice Arena, it is Troy United hosting your Ann Arbor Pioneer Varsity women's hockey team. That is a 6:30 game. Then we get back on January 8th after the holiday break at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena versus Livingston United. That is a 5 p.m. game. So, again, we won't be able to broadcast the remaining 3 games this week. I apologize, but hopefully after the new year, we will be back and going as much as possible full stream. As both squads gathered around, Pioneers in their purple road jerseys with the block A on the front, numbers in white on the back and outlined on the sleeves. They have the dark pants. Northville has their white home jerseys with the orange across the middle, numbers on the back and on the sleeves, and the Northville logo on the front. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer here. So Pioneers starting lineups. So Pace skates out to the blue line. As Eben comes out to the blue line. Woodside skates out to the blue line starting for Pioneer. Horvath playing the blue line, skates out. Starter for Pioneer. Alexis Young, the other blue liner, comes out as a starter for Pioneer. Templeton is going to be patrolling the crease for today's game. And for the Northville starters, the Mustangs. LeBrun skates out to the blue line. Yasaki skates out to the blue line, starting forward. Hennick skates out to the blue line. Agazi skates out to the blue line. And coming out, Liddell. And between the pipes is Maverick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the playing of the national anthem. As we're about to get ready to go between these two teams. Pioneer looking to get their second win on the season. Northville has a tie, looking to get their first win on the season. So these two teams still feeling things out before the holiday break. Pioneer will be going from left to right here in this opening period at Eddie Yeager Ice Arena. Want to congratulate the Pioneer men's varsity hockey team. They won the Jillick. Congratulations. Really wish we could be there broadcasting them as well. But we cannot broadcast from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube anymore. They have an exclusive. So congratulations to the men's team. Starters coming out. As Yazaki in looking to take the face off. On the other side is Hebben. Hebben takes it as the puck comes over to the near side. That puck down the near boards, gathered up there. Trying to feed it ahead is Horvath. Trying to pull it away. Now coming in. Here comes Pace. Pace into the slot. Coming in. Shot as that just tips. And a good save comes all the way out into the far corner. Fantastic job back there by Hebben. Hebben coming through the slot. That fires over into the near corner. Chasing it back over there. Trying to get it as Pace with the battle. That goes all the way through in along the far boards. Woodside trying to get it over there. LeBrun trying to pull that away. Held in by Hebben as that puck goes outside the far circle. Racing over to get it is Little. Liddell has it now, top of the far circle. Puck towards the goal, knocked away. Good job. That fired as that just goes wide. Into the far corner, Woodside has it. Now there's a shot and a save by Mavernick. 14:08 left to go here from Eddie Yeager Ice Arena in the first. Scoreless so far between these two squads. As the Pioneer fans chanting a little "Let's go Pio." Face off in the far face-off circle. That to Maverick's right. As winning that back, Bacallis tips back in along the far boards. That goes all the way through the neutral zone, back into the Pioneer zone. That'll be stopped just short of the goal line. Picked up. Pioneer has it back behind their own goal. Coming down the near boards, trying to chip it ahead. That puck into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Bacallis. Bacallis over center ice. Bacallis trying to get it over to Ellis. That chip down the far boards. Now picking up. Here comes Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld moves it over to Bacallis. Bacallis trying to get a shot off. That knocked away. Here comes Northville the other direction. Held in by Cundiff at the near point. Now picking up. Bacallis has that pulled back away the other direction by Little. Little has it outside of the far circle. Held in at the far point by Bergman outside the far circle now. That puck loose. Chipped and then sent back into the neutral zone. Pioneer will have to regroup. Bergman has it in along the far board, sending it over to Cundiff down the near boards. Cundiff right over Sender. Cundiff trying to pull it into the Northville zone. Battle for it at the blue line. That pulled out. Pioneer will have to reset. That puck all the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Picked up by Bergman. Bergman fires it down the far boards. Here comes Bacallis. Bacallis gains it. Firing it into the far corner. The puck in along the end board. Slips right back behind Northville goal. That at 12:59. Picked up into the near corner. Trying to pull it away. Bacallis trying to get it back to Cundiff outside the near circle. Puck chipped in along the end boards. Picked up back over there as Northville trying to feed it out of there was Agazi. And puck, that will go all the way in along the near boards. Cundiff trying to fire it back into the near corner. Ellis trying to chase it back over there. Grabbing it is Little. Little sends it all the way around outside the far circle. Here comes Martin. Martin feeds it all the way down as that will get steered into the near corner. Excellent job back over there by Templeton. The puck down the near boards through the neutral zone. Picked up back over there by Marks. Marks sends it in along the far boards. Battle for it back there. Rosenfeld trying to get to it. Rosenfeld at the far point. Back over there battling with Martin. As that puck slips all the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Grabbed by Bergman. Bergman over to Bacallis. That puck loose. Gathered up. Here comes Bacallis. Bacallis over center ice. Bacallis gaining the zone. Bacallis top of the near circle. There's a shot. Maverick with a good save with the right pad. That puck onto the far circle. Bacallis trying a backhanded shot. Now Jof has it back behind the goal. Jof underneath the near circle. Coming along the near boards. Jof trying to get top of the near circle through the high slot. Moves it. Now Alexis Young has it at the far point. Keeps it in. Deflects onto the far circle. That set high slot shot there is a glove save by Mavernack. That was Estella Young with the shot from the high slot. Still 0-0 with 11:18 left to go here in the first. Northville and Pioneer battling here at Ed Yeager Ice Arena. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That is to the left of Mavernack. Portinga in to take the face-off. Puck top of the near circle, trying to get a shot away is Jof. That deflects in along the end boards. Portinga fires it right out in front. Swept in along the near boards. Estella Young with it, trying to feed it out in front. That comes back into the neutral zone. Chasing it, Alexis Young coming down the far boards. Alexis Young trying to fire it deep into the Northville zone. They deflect it right at the blue line, coming ahead the other direction. Here comes Marks. Marks down the near boards, trying to send it ahead. That deflected right back to the Northville blue line. Portinga has it at her own blue line down the near boards. Portinga fires it all the way across the ice. Here comes Jof. Jof gains the zone. Jof, big battle over there with Zarowski. Comes right back into the neutral zone, trying to pull it away. Yazaki fires it deep into the Pioneer end. Stopped by Templeton as she covers it up. 10:30 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between these two squads. Face-off in the far face-off circle to Templeton's left. Hebben in to take the face-off. On the other side is Yazaki. Puck back, top of the far circle. Shot there, deflects, covered up by Templeton. Still scoreless here in the first. 10:26 left to go. Face-off in the far face-off circle, trying to get a centering attempt. That puck knocked around is Hennick trying to pull it out of the far corner. Now tipped right into the slot, lifted, trying to get it over to Pace. That pull bringing it in. Agazi had it. That put down in along the near boards. Racing ahead with it. Horvath feeds it, now racing into the near corner. Hebben with it. Hebben into the near corner. Hebben on the near circle, trying to get it into the slot. That poked away right back to the blue line. Held in there by Bergman, who takes a shot. That goes just wide to the near side. Covered up. Good job by Mavernick. 10:46 left to go here in the first. Still scoreless. Face off to Mavernick's left in the near face-off circle. Hebben in to take the face-off. On the other side is Nordbeck. Pace to Eben's right, Woodside to her left. That comes back, grab, Cundiff with a shot and a save that along the far boards. As Woodside puts it in along the end boards, grab back over there by Liddell trying to get it out of the zone. There's a shot from the far point, loose and covered up by Mavernick. Ended up getting deflected right on the edge of that crease, and a good job by Mavernick to adjust to it and cover it up with 9:32 left to go here in the first. And face off, Nordbeck to the right. Over there with Hebben as that goes all the way back to Cundiff at the far point. Woodside chases it into the far corner. Pulled there, trying to get a centering attempt, loose underneath the far circle. Now that's centered right into the slot, turning, trying to fire it away as Pace. That puck comes all the way in along the near boards in neutral zone. Going back to get it, that picked up Estella Young. Trying to feed it ahead, the puck loose right at center ice. Cundiff down the far boards. That deflects into the Pioneer zone. Estella Young trying to feed it ahead. That pulled the other direction by Liddell. Liddell has it. Here comes Pace for Pioneer. Pace gains his own. Pace in the slot coming in. Pace with a shot and a save by Mavernick into the near corner. That comes all the way back, trying to hold it in. Not quite able to hold it in as Pioneer. Cundiff has it at center ice, coming down the far boards. Cundiff backhands it as it goes back into the far corner. Liddell trying to chase it. That picked up in the far boards by Hebben. Hebben goes back behind the goal, coming out in front. Shot there. Saved by Mavernick. Hebben has it back into the far boards. Hebben trying to get a centering attempt. Woodside puts it out in front. Held in by Estella Young. There's a shot that gets blocked and a save by Mavernick. 8:18 left to go here in the first. Scoreless game so far between these two squads. Face-off will be to the left of Mavernick in the near face-off circle in the Northville zone. Bacallis in to take the face-off. On the other side is Yazaki. There's a shot that just goes wide. Racing over to get it in the far corner is Marks. Marks trying to feed it out of the zone. Held in at the far point. Puck outside the far circle. And lifted right into the neutral zone, coming down the far boards. Here comes Northville. Trying to feed it ahead was LeBrun. And it will be a whistle, and that puck will come all the way back. That'll be icing and come back into the Northville zone with 7:56 left to go here in the first. Face-off, the Mavericks right in the far face-off circle. Bacallis in to take the face-off. Yazaki on the other side. And loose, picked up, trying to come in on the far circle. It's a missing glove as the puck comes in along the end boards. Northville has it in the near corner. Ellis trying to pull it away. That puck into the neutral zone. Trying to pull it back was Hennick. Horvath trying to fire it in, now pulled the other direction as Marks gets it deep into the Pioneer zone. Alexis Young has it right back behind Templeton. Alexis Young in the far corner, trying to feed it down the far board, centering attempt. And it comes all the way across, in along the near boards, gathered up there. Here comes Pioneer. Horvath with some speed over center. Horvath gains his own on the near circle. Horvath takes a shot out in front as that loose and covered up. Mavernick with two amazing saves as it looked like an open net and somehow Mavernick able to dive over to her right to make the save. Puck in along the near boards, trying to pull it out of there. Horvath battling in there with Yazaki. And pulled back as LeBrun had it now, trying to keep it in. Bacallis down the far boards. Here comes Zaraki. Zaraki coming ahead with it. Zarowski has it in the slot, poked away. Zarowski backhanded shot that comes off the side of the net. Into the near corner it goes, trying to send it down. That slips back into the neutral zone. Racing back, Bacallis trying to pull it away. Yazaki has it in her own zone. Loose, top of the near circle. That shot just goes wide. As covered up by Mavernick. 6:22 left to go here in the first between Northville and Pioneer. Scoreless so far. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Appreciate you watching and cheering for these teams. I know there's a Lions game going on, but you can always record that or have it on a different TV. Watching both right now. Portinga, the face-off, comes back, trying to feed it ahead is Bergman. That loose in the slot. Mavernick trying to get to it. Puck into the far corner. Jof chases it there. Jof onto the far circle. Jof has it outside the far circle. Jof is run off the puck. That picked up. Chipped into the neutral zone. Racing for it as it goes on edge. Back to center ice. Picked up coming in is Shikachi. Shikachi had the lone goal for Pioneer last night. Jof trying to get to it. Puck into the far corner. Mavernick sends it there. Loose in front. Portinga with a shot. And that is no goal as it hit the crossbar and came right back out. 5:48 left to go here in the first, still scoreless. Pioneers had a lot of time down in the Northville zone, but Mavernick and the defense has kept it a scoreless game. Portinga in to take the face-off. On the other side is Norbeck. Puck trying to get Shikachi, comes back, grabbed. There's a shot by Estella Young, got blocked out in front. The puck down the near board, trying to feed it out is Liddell. That goes all the way back into the Pioneer zone. That will be icing it head into the Northville end. 5:35 left to go here in the first, still scoreless. Face-off looks like it's going to be to the right. Nope, they're going to move it over to the left of Mavernick. Portinga in to take the face-off. Nordbeck on the other side. That puck into the high slot. Shikachi moves it over to Jof. Jof with a shot that just misses to the near side. Puck outside the near circle, picked up by Shikachi. Shikachi trying to feed it through the slot. That grabbed him back behind. Picking it up is Marks. Marks right back behind the goal. Rims it along the far boards. Held in there. Chipped. That went off of a Northville skate. All the way back down the near boards into the neutral zone. Cundiff has it at their own blue line. Cundiff trying to put it up the near board. Shikachi trying to pull that away. Picked up by Portinga. Portinga Tinga has it knocked away by Zarowski. Coming down the far boards, trying to pick it up. Sending it ahead as Jof trying to get it into his zone. That pulled out. Right back over. Broglin has it. And puck along the near boards. Here comes Shikachi. Shikachi weaves through traffic into the slot. Covered up by Mavernack. Good defense out in front as Mark's able to hold that up just long enough to not allow Shikachi to get her stick on it after the second deke, and that leads to a good save by Mavernack. 4:41 left to go here in the first face-off in the near face-off circle. The Mavernack's left. Hebben takes it back to Cundiff. Cundiff trying to fire it that right through the slot into the far corner. Woodside goes back to grab it. Woodside fires it back to the far point. Picked up there, trying to fire it in. Hebben takes a shot that goes right off of Mark's skate. Hebben all the way back to the far point to and sent over. Alexis Young, I believe that was, back over there. Marks has it outside the near circle. Trying to fire it in. Cundiff trying to hold it at the near point. Battle for it there. Puck comes back out into the neutral zone. Resetting. Coming the other direction. Picked up back over there. Racing ahead. Hebben has it back towards the Pioneer goal. Fired in along. That brought into the Pioneer zone. Loose at the Pioneer blue line. Hebben trying to get her feet back underneath her. Comes down the near boards through center. Hebben races into the Northville zone. Hebben comes over onto the near circle. Rising shot. Good blocker save back there by Mavernack. Puck back to the blue line. Fired all the way down into the Pioneer zone. That'll ricochet off the near board. Chasing it. Horvath has it underneath the near circle. Horvath sends it down the near boards into the neutral zone. Pace moves it over. Hebben brings it into the zone. Hebben trying to move it over. That pull back away by Marks. Marks has it back behind her own goal. Marks coming down the far boards with it. Marks off the far boards trying to fire it into the neutral zone. Held in as that gets right back behind by Bergman. Onto near circle. Pull back trying to get it out of the zone. Back over there is Hennick. Had it. That puck right back into the near corner. As Pace fires it out in front. That good job to deflect it away by Nordback. Puck outside the near circle. Hebben has it. Hebben coming back behind the goal. Now underneath the near circle. Backhanded shot out in front. Another backhanded shot. As that's a save, comes back out into the far corner. Excellent job again by Mavernack. That puck all the way down. Icing waved off. Pioneer chases it back in their own zone. Bergman grabs it back behind her own goal, coming down the near boards. Bergman trying to avoid pressure coming from Northville. That puck right to the blue line. Here comes Pioneer. As Hebben has it. Hebben into the zone, picked up by Pace. Pace back over to Hebben. That shot just goes wide into the near corner. Pace trying to fire right out in front. Puck outside the far circle. Gathered up there, trying to feed ahead is Martin. Puck held in outside the far circle. Jof trying to get it. Pace, oh, the puck wouldn't settle down. Hopped right over her stick. Pace has it outside the near circle. Puck, there's a shot and a goal, as I believe that was a shot and goal by Hebben, and Pioneer gets the first goal of the game as they are up 1-0. That was at 1:55. Pioneer up 1-0 as puck coming down the far boards, coming in with it. Here comes Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld shot that got deflected in the slot. Good job out there with an active stick by Zurowski. Puck into the near corner. Puck back as Estelle Young sends it right back behind the goal into the far corner. Trying to gather it out there. Agazi sends it down the far boards. Pioneer trying to hold it in, loose, right at the far point. Now picked up, there's a shot. Goes right into the near corner. Trying to gather it up back over there is Ellis. Ellis has it just outside the near circle coming in. Here comes Bacallis, that chipped away. Good defense back over there, trying to move it out of the way by Agazi. Now picked up, Estella Young has it at her own blue line. Ricochets it off the far board. Gathered back up, back over there by Agazi. Puck back deep into the Northville end. Zarowski has it back behind her own goal. Zarowski down the near board. Zarowski into the neutral zone, trying to weave through traffic. Zarowski has that poked away, picked up. Coming the other direction is Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld over her own blue line. Back grabbing it is Nordbeck. Nordbeck. And puck down the near boards into the Northville zone. Ellis trying to get to it. And puck right back into the neutral zone in along the near boards. Into the Northville zone. Fired all the way back. They'll go back deep into the Pioneer end. Icing waved off as it was deflected back there as Estella Young picks it up in the far corner. 18 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Puck into the near corner with it. Picked up there, trying to feed it ahead. 10 seconds left to go. Gathered up by Marks. Marks. That deflected back. Portinga racing back to get it as she's in a foot race with Little. Into the far corner, and that will do it for the first. At the end of one, it is Pioneer 1 and Northville nothing, as we'll play a message from the MHSAA.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we head into the second, Pioneer going from right to left here in that second period. 15 minutes up on the clock. Pioneer up 1-0. Face off right at center. As Portinga taking that, trying to pull that away, was Yazaki. Puck right at the Northville blue line, trying to bring it ahead. Firing it is Little. Back now, coming down the far boards, trying to grab it. Fired ahead. That'll bank off of the near board as that will slip into the near corner. Racing back to get it is Little. Down the near boards, trying to feed ahead. Back over there is Yazaki. Yazaki outside the near circle. That pulled up. Grabbed by Little. Now here comes Jof. Jof has it. Top of the far circle. Jof. Shot out there. Knocked down. Loose. As that fired all the way back into the neutral zone. Alexis Young back to her own blue line to grab it. Alexis Young putting it down the near boards. Here comes Shikachi. Shikachi over center ice. Shikachi gains the Northville zone. Shikachi outside the near circle into the near corner. Shikachi trying to backhand it out in front. Loose as that covered up. Excellent job by Mavernack. 14:03 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off will be in the Northville zone. That is going to be to Mavernack's left. As Hebben in to take the face-off on the other side is Yazaki. As Shikachi, that was Woodside trying to get to it, now picked up. Right back to the near point. As Pace trying to get it over. Eben with a shot and a save by Mavernack. 13:53 left to go here in the second. Face-off on the far face-off circle, that to the left of Mavernack. Nope, they're going to move it over to the near circle. That to Mavernack's right. Hebben in to take the face-off. On the other side over there, There's Marks coming all the way back. High slot coming in. Horvath with the shot. That goes just wide. Right off the back of the goal, trying to pick it up into the far corner of that grab. Bringing it ahead is Zarowski for Northville back into the neutral zone. Horvath has it. Just shy of center ice, now down the near boards. Here comes Bergman. Bergman brings it into the Northville zone, into the near corner. Gathered up there by Zarowski. Zarowski back behind her own goal. Zarowski coming down the far boards. Now lifts it over in along the near boards. Still bringing it ahead. That tipped back by Zarowski. All the way back into the Pioneer zone. That is going to be icing and head back the other direction. 13-15 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Pioneer with the lead here at Eddie Edgar Ice Arena. Appreciate getting to get back in a rink here and do some Pioneer women's hockey. Again, we won't be able to do the other games this week due to commitments at work that I have, but excited to get back here and hoping to get back to a full schedule. There's a shot as that just goes, as McCullis had it. Another save by Mavernack as the puck outside the near circle. Estella Young puts it high slot, now trying to get over. That's McCullis. McCullis with a shot, that off of the post into the far corner. Gathered up there. Here comes Northville trying to move it ahead. And that is, I believe, Marks. Lifted right back behind, outside the near circle with it. Battle for it there. Ellis trying to get it back into the near corner. Zarowski moves it all the way across. Ellis trying to pull that away as that was shoveled ahead back over there by Marks. Puck into the far corner. Pioneer backhanded shot back there by Cundiff. Good save by Mavernack. Puck all the way back to the far point. Held in by Bacallis. Bacallis takes a shot there. That deflected out in front. Excellent job back over there by Broglen. Has it now. Stella Young trying to put it into the far corner. Gathered up back over there, trying to feed ahead. Wants Zarowski that back into the neutral zone. Stella Young has it down the far board. She lifts it right to center ice. Zarowski has it there. Trying to poke it back, that into the Pioneer zone. Gathered up. Estella Young back behind her own goal. Estella Young coming down the near boards. Estella Young feeds it, that on edge all the way down. That is going to be icing. That'll head back into the Pioneer zone. 11:45 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to Templeton's left. Yazaki in to take the face-off. Portinga on the other side. As that puck bringing ahead is Jof. Jof comes over the blue line, trying to come down the far boards. Jof trying to get around the Northville defense. Moves it over. Here comes Shikachi. Shikachi with the shot. Good save by Mavernack. That's put into the near corner. Good job by the Northville defense. Trying to pick it up. Here comes Portinga. Portinga fires it out in front. That loose. And no goal. They'll say it didn't cross the line. Held in by Alexis Young. Picked up by Jof. Jof trying to work her way through traffic. Good job to knock it away. Heading the other direction now. Here comes Northville. Fed ahead. Alexis Young has it at her own blue line. Now moving it. Here comes Portinga weaving through traffic. Portinga at her own blue line. Portinga. Drop pass. There's a shot. Good save by Mavernack. Puck right back behind. Now lifted down the near boards. Gathered there by Little. Trying to pull it away, Alexis Young, that into the neutral zone. Racing ahead, trying to get to that. Little has it now coming down the far boards. Here comes Pioneer. Racing in with it. Here comes Shikachi. Shikachi gets it over to Joe, out in front. As that will be a goal for Pioneer. Able to chip it in. That'll make it 2-0. Mavernack with a good job getting the initial save. But lots of traffic in front of the net, and Pioneer able to chip it in. We'll get to officially put that in a moment, that at 10:19. Face-off right at center ice, Hebben. In to take the face-off, puck. In along the near boards. Northville feeds it ahead. Grabbed by Bergman. Bergman down the near boards. Held out. Excellent job back there by Marks to feed it ahead. And all the way back into the Pioneer zone, into the far corner, picked up by Hebben. Puck wouldn't settle down for her. She goes right back in along the end boards from the far side to the near side, back behind the goal. Hebben down the near boards, trying to chip it ahead. That held in by Marks, putting it back deep. Now Cundiff races back behind her own goal, coming down the far boards. Cundiff trying to avoid pressure, knocks it off the far boards now through the neutral zone, trying to feed it ahead. Here comes Hebben. Down in along the far boards, over to Pace. Pace trying a centering attempt. That got knocked down by Mark. There's a shot covered up as Hebben taking the shot. We'll see if we can get who the official score was. They haven't announced it as of yet. I think it might have been Hebben with their second goal, but again, there was a couple people who could have tipped it there. 2-0 Pioneer with the lead, trying to fire it back deep into the far corner. It's Woodside now sent down the far boards. That puck will come all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Racing back to get it is Bergman. Bergman down the near boards. Bergman trying to come through the neutral zone. That chipped ahead deep into the Northville end. Gathered up there, coming the other direction, Zarowski. Puck off of the near board. Bringing it. Portinga had the goal. Jof on the assist. Portinga on the goal. That puck comes back. Gathered up by Zarowski. Zarowski trying to move it ahead. That into the neutral zone down the near boards. Racing back to get it. Gathered up back over there by Woodside into the Northville end. And puck held in. Loose into the near corner with it. Woodside gets it. Top of the near circle for Hebben. Hebben comes into the slot. Hebben work your way over. Hebben with the shot. Great save over there by Mavernack. Puck right back behind the goal. In along the near boards. Trying to pull it away is Woodside. Back there battling with Marks. Puck goes all the way back to the far point. Held in there. Pioneer trying to fire it deep. That pulled away as that'll be loose into the neutral zone. Trying to chip it back the other way as that was Yazaki trying to get it out of the zone, and offsides the call. Face-off will be outside of the Northville zone. 8:11 left to go here in the second. 2-0 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle, just outside the Northville zone. Bacallis in to take the face-off. Yazaki on the other side. Coming on is Broglin. Puck loose. Pioneer trying to get it into the zone. Here comes Bacallis. Bacallis into the slot. Bacallis and poked away. Comes onto the near circle in along the near boards. Trying to pull it over. As Rosenfeld trying to get a centering attempt and covered up by Mavernack. Ellis right there trying to get that feed from Rosenfeld and put it in, but great job by Mavernack to keep it out. 2-0 Pioneer with the lead with 7:54 left to go. Again, it's Bacallis versus Yazaki over on the far face-off circle. That slips back into the neutral zone, skittering back. Estella Young has it at her own blue line, gets it over to Bacallis. Bacallis one touches it over to Ellis. Ellis trying to pull it down. Ellis through the slot onto the far circle. Ellis trying to get it back to Bacallis. Bacallis with a shot. Mavernack with the save. Down in front, still loose. Mavernack with another save. Puck into the near corner. Northville has it there, trying to feed it down the near boards. Alexis Young holds it in at the near point. That puck now along the end boards, battle for it, picked up down the near boards, trying to feed ahead over there is Liddell. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Estella Young ricochets it off the far boards. Bacallis trying to get to it, that knocked down by Agazi. Loose top of the far circle. Now picking up Alexis Young at the blue line as good save over there by Mavernack. As a shot from the near point by Alexis Young, and Mavernack took a bouncing puck, able to cover it up. 7:02 left to go here in the second. Face-off will come into the near face-off circle. That to Mavernack's right. Looks like that's going to be Yazaki in versus Portinga. So that puck, slot, Cundiff with a shot that just goes wide into the far corner. Gathered up there by Agazi. And it's sent around right back to the near point. Horvath with it there. Horvath, that shot got knocked off of a defender. Right back to the near point. Trying to get it out of there is Broglin. So that puck picked up top of the far circle. As that shot got deflected in along the end boards. Northville trying to pull it out of there as it comes outside the near circle. Gathered up by Horvath at the near point. Horvath trying to fire it into the far circle, but good job to come up the works by Agazi. Now, puck brought into the neutral zone down the near boards. Trying to bring it ahead back over there was Lindahl now, or Liddell coming in. Here comes Jove. Jove, shot and a goal. Jove, the captain, puts it in, and that makes it 3-0 at 6:12 for Pioneer. Here in the second, goal by Pioneer. Jove took it in and fired that in. 6:12 left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead in, taking the face-off. Nordbeck for Northville as Hebben puts it all the way in along the end boards in the Northville zone. Zarowski with it there, trying to get it out. Zarowski. Now that poked back, trying to keep it in as Hebben. Marks gets it down the neutral zone, over center ice. Marks into the slot, pulled away, coming down the near boards is Woodside. Woodside backhands it. Is that puck right back to the near point, trying to keep it in. Northville puts it back, right back behind the Pioneer goal. Estella Young in the far corner. Estella Young, as that was a delayed offsides on Northville. Estella Young over center ice, gets it into the Northville zone. Estella Young, shot there as that puck into the near corner. Gathered up back over there by Woodside. Woodside down the near boards. Back as Bergman has it at the near point. Puck trying to hold it in. Bergman able to hold it in. Now it comes back out into the neutral zone. Puck in the slot, pulled away by Marks, down the far board by Northville. Marks trying to get it out of the zone, back into the neutral zone. Estella Young has it at center ice. Gathered up by Bergman down the near boards of the neutral zone. Moves it ahead. Here comes Hebben. Hebben into the near corner, battling back over there with Zarowski. Zarowski pulls it right back behind her own goal, down the far board. Zarowski on the far circle, trying to move it ahead. That right back to center ice. Bergman trying to avoid traffic by Northville. Comes right back down the near boards. That ricocheted ahead by Estella Young. Now pulled in, grabbing it, Hebben. Hebben has it knocked away, coming in as that's an excellent save by Mavernack. Puck into the far corner. Centering attempt, trying to get it over to Alexis Young. Loose, Hebben, shot, and a goal. Hebben with her second goal of the game. That makes it 4-0 at 4:30. Four 0 is our score. One goal by Pioneer late in the first. That was at 1:55. 3 goals in the second here. Bacallis wins it back, coming down the far boards. Horvath trying to fire it back deep into the Northville end. That is going to be icing ahead back into the Pioneer zone. 4:22 left to go here in the second. That puck back into the Pioneer zone. So it's going to be to the right of Templeton in the far face-off circle. Yazaki in to take the face-off. Bacallis on the other side. Puck outside the far circle. Northville with it there now, trying to pull it ahead. That puck slips back into the neutral zone. Fire back in. Northville has to touch up to avoid a delayed offsides. As that puck down the far boards, now back into the neutral zone it goes. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld has it, top of the far circle. Rosenfeld trying to move it over. Here comes Alexis Young in the slot. Alexis Young, shot. That got deflected. Oh, right out in front as Portinga trying to get her second goal. And knocked away. Battle forward as that puck into the far corner. Excuse me, that was Ellis on the edge of the goal. Almost put that in. Horvath has it on the far circle. Shot there. Mavernack with another save. Puck comes outside the near circle. Alexis Young trying to feed it out in front. She goes into the near corner, trying to avoid pressure by Liddell. Now trying to pull that away. Broglin Feeds it all the way around the boards. Puck back to the far point, held in there by Shikachi. Shikachi spins and puts it into the near corner. That lifted back into the neutral zone by Northville. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left to go here in the second. Pioneer up with a 4-0 lead. Northville continuing to battle hard, though. Here comes Pioneer racing in. Horvath has it. Horvath backhands it over. Shot! And another excellent save as Horvath set up. That was Portinga, and a great save by Mavernack. All the way back into the near corner. That will be icing and head back into the Mustangs' end. 2:53 left to go here in the second. 4-0. Pioneer looking for their second win of the season, trying to get a nice winning streak going. Maybe head into the holiday break with a couple more wins and start building something big. Northville has a tie and a couple losses. They're looking for their first win of the season. Face off over to Mavernack's right in the near face-off circle. Out in front, trying to get to it. Chikachi, now Portinga out in front. There's a shot by Jof, and then Mavernack with another great save. Puck right back behind. Jof trying to get to it underneath the near circle. Northville feeds it ahead. Now Martin with it. Martin trying to get it back into the neutral zone. Puck right back into the Northville end. Racing back to get it is Agazi into the far corner. Now coming in. Here comes Pioneer. Jof with a shot. And a goal. Jof puts it in, makes it 5-0. That at 2:24. That is Jof's second goal of the game. She also has an assist. And at 2:24. Five to nothing Pioneer with the lead. Face-off at center ice. Nordbeck in to take the face-off. Portinga on the other side. Puck in along the far board. Shikachi races back over. Now Cundiff at her own blue line. Moves it ahead. Trapped at the far point. Now brought right back into the neutral zone by Zarowski. Down the far boards. Marks with it. Marks trying to get it out of the zone. Puck back into the neutral zone. Fed ahead back over there by Martin. Deep into the Pioneer end. That's going to be icing. Head back into the Northville zone. 2:03 left to go here in the second. That is going to be to Mavernack's right in the near face-off circle. Portinga versus Nordbeck in that near face-off circle. Puck. Jof sends it. High slot. Cundiff. Shot out in front by Portinga. Excellent job by Mavernack. Puck into the far corner there. Trying to dig it out as it goes right back behind the Northville goal. Out in front. Shot there. Is that a goal? That's indeed another goal by Pioneer. That makes it 6-0. Pioneer with 1:47 left to go here. Again, we will get the goal score on there in just a moment. Puck right at the blue line, trying to fire it in is Pace, picked up down the far boards. As trying to pull that away back over there is Zarowski. Back into the Pioneer zone. Zarowski has it on the far circle. There's a shot. Templeton with the save. Picked up back behind. Now moved into the near corner. Trying to feed it ahead to Woodside. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Hebben. Hebben gets back behind the defense. Hebben one alone coming in. Eben shot and a score. That makes it 7-0 Pioneer. Portinga got her second goal on the last one. Hebben now has a hat trick with her last goal. That at 1:15. So congratulations, excellent work by Ellie Hebben, who has a hat trick in today's game. 7-0 Pioneer with the lead. 1:11 left to go. Puck in along the far boards, trying to feed it out in front. Templeton with a great save is right out in front there was Yazaki with a couple excellent shots at it. That puck rolls all the way down. into the Northville zone. 54 seconds left to go. Puck deflects as pulling it over, trying to get a shot as Pace. Pace into the far corner. Puck outside the far circle. Trying to bring it ahead. Horvath trying to hold it in at the far point. Loose as Northville battling hard, trying to get it out of the zone. Yazaki gets it all the way back into the Pioneer end. 34 seconds left to go here in the second. Pioneer down the near boards. That intercepted right at center ice. Good job by Liddell. Trying to feed it over, now pulled the other direction, trying to get it over to Eben. Loose picked up, coming in. Here comes Woodside with a shot. That sticked away with 17 seconds left. Great job by Mavernick. Puck back into the neutral zone it goes. Picked up by Alexis Young. Now ahead. Horvath brings it in. Offside the call with 6 seconds left to go. .1 seconds left to go. 7-0 Pioneer with the lead as they were able to get 1 goal in the first, 6 goals here in the second. But Northville continuing to battle hard as that puck loose. Mavernick has been very good between the pipes, and that will do it as we head to the third. 7-0 Pioneer with the lead. Let's play a little push on, and then we'll have a few messages from the MHSAA.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship, So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Again, we are live here at Eddie Egger Ice Arena, where it is 7-0 Pioneer with the lead over Northville. These two teams battling, trying to get some good things happening before the holiday break. Again, Pioneer has a couple more games coming up before the holiday break. We will not be able to broadcast them because I have to work late this week at my day job, trying to make up for the unexpected week and a half I had off. So we apologize, but hopefully after the new year, we will be back to something a lot more like our normal broadcasting. So coming up, Pioneer on Wednesday the 18th, 5 o'clock game versus Grosse Pointe North at Veterans Ice Arena. Then on Thursday the 19th, Pioneer travels out to Big Boy Arena to battle Regina Lutheran North Austin. Then on Friday, December 20th, it is Pioneer at Troy United at the Oak Park Ice Arena. Here at 7-0 Pioneer with the lead as they head back out onto the ice. It was a goal with 55 seconds left to go. Hebben puts it in the first. Then in the second, it was Portinga from Jof at 10:19. Then at 6:12, it was Jof with a goal, her first of two. Then Hebben had a goal at 4:30. Her second goal of the game. Jof, her second goal of the game at 2:24. Then Portinga got her second goal of the game at 1:47. And then a hat trick for Hebben at 1:15. And that's where we are at heading into the third. Pioneer going from left to right here in this third period. Northville going from right to left here at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. And this will be where the CCWHA playoffs will be a little bit later on in March. A little bit closer. As getting set up to take the face off. Alexis Young in to take the face off. Pace to her right. On the other side is Nordbeck. And we are getting ready to go here for the third. 15 minutes up on the clock. As that puck drops in along the near boards, racing over. Pace has it. Pace trying to fire it deep into the Northville zone. Puck into the far corner, now back into the neutral zone. Picked up, moving it over in along the far boards, now getting it back. Here comes Shikachi. Shikachi moves it over to Portinga. Portinga trying to move it down the near boards. Picked up back there, now coming in. Pace has it at the blue line. Shikachi pulls it in, offside the call. That will bring it right back outside of the Northville zone. 14:33 left to go. So you have a two official system here. Alexis Young in to take the face off again. Nordbeck on the other side. All the way back, grab, putting down the near boards. Portinga gets it over to Pace. Pace moves it as that slips away from Woodside back to the blue line. Portinga over to Pace, top of the near circle, into the slot. Coming in, trying to get to it, Alexis Young. That tip back to the blue line, held in by Shikachi. Shikachi shot just goes wide. Woodside races over outside the far circle to get it back to Portinga at the far point. Portinga trying to avoid pressure. Northville trying to get it out of the zone, top of the far circle. Portinga backhands it, that in along the end boards. Alexis Young has it right back behind the goal. That comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Now slip back into the Pioneer end as Shikachi chases it back. Picks it up back behind her own goal. Shikachi coming down the far boards, feeds it ahead. That tipped back into the neutral zone. Northville brings it in, but they have to clear the zone as a delayed offsides. As they touch it, that'll be offsides. Face-off will come just outside of the Pioneer zone. That will be and it's going to come back into the Northville side. So a high stick must have been called all the way back. Horvath has it in the high slot. Horvath, top of the near circle. That ricochets off the end boards, picking up Ellis. Ellis puts it out in front. Shot there, and a great save by Mavernack as Bacallis was right out on the edge of the crease. Mavernack able to get that save. 7-0 Pioneer with the lead. 3:29 left to go. Northville would love to get a goal here, trying to extend the game. Pioneer, if it goes 8-0, that will be a mercy. Picked up back behind, coming in along the near boards. Here comes Zarowski. Bringing it into the neutral zone, right to center ice. Now fading it right back over to Zarowski outside the near circle. Puck pulled away. Here comes Hebben. Moves it over, bringing it ahead. Bacalus. Top of the far circle, Bacalus. Races into the far corner with it, Bacalus. Takes it right back behind the goal underneath the far circle, Bacalus. Trying to pull it back. Is that grabbed by Horvath, top of the near circle. Horvath sends it all the way across as that will be back into the neutral zone. Pioneer has to reset. Hebben has it there. Hebben over as that will get picked up. Coming in with it is Horvath. Horvath outside the near circle. There is a Northville player down on the ice. We hope they're okay. Everyone takes a knee. So there's a collision right at center ice. That looks like it's going to be Broglin. As for the high school games, we don't put the injured player on the monitor to give them a little privacy, as they are a minor, as they're being attended to. We really appreciate all the trainers who come out, who help take care of these players. We don't want to see any of them injured. Everyone plays very, very hard, but we don't want to see any of these players having any issues, as the trainers will work on Broglin. Everyone's taken a knee. Again, I am absolutely no doctor, so we will leave that to the medical professionals, and I won't even hazard a guess. So they do have her sitting up now. That is a good sign. Talking with Hannah there as she's being attended to. So everyone with their fingers crossed and hoping she'll be all right. It looks like she's going to get helped up. And good round of applause by both of these fan bases. So again, you never want to see any of these wonderful athletes injured. And that is number 13, Hannah Broglin. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully the trainers can help her out, and hopefully she'll be back. And hopefully it's nothing major. Face-off is in the Northville zone, in the near face-off circle. That is to the left of Maverick. Cundiff in to take the face-off. Comes Shikachi, moves it over. Jof back to Shikachi, top of the near circle. Trying to feed it into the slot, now racing over into the far corner. Bergman has it there. Bergman in along the end boards. And it's sent all the way back to the far point. Jof over to Shikachi, top of the near circle, into the slot. Trying to fire it in there. Battle for it as Cundiff into the far corner it goes. Gathered up there by Bergman. Stella Young has it into the near corner. That goes all the way around. Back to the far point. Grabbed by Jof. Jof puts it back, right back behind the goal. Estella Young has it in the near corner. Estella Young trying to fire it out in front. Puck knocked down in along the near boards. Trying to bring it out. That fired all the way down. Excellent job by Yazaki to get it into the Pioneer zone. We'll be icing and head back into the Northville end with 11:53 left to go here in the third. 7-0 Pioneer with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That Mavericks left. Cundiff again in to take the face-off. Estella Young to her right. Bergman to her left. Shikachi and Jof playing the blue line. Now it's pulled back by Nordbeck. Puck at the near point. Shikachi trying to hold it in. Here comes Northville trying to race ahead with it. Jof gets it in her own zone. Jof is right back behind her own goal. Jof sets up shop there, waiting for everyone to get set. Jof sends it down the far boards ahead to Bergman, but a whistle. Zagazi ends up down on the ice. Looks like it's going to be a penalty to Pioneer. Shikachi into the box. So penalty to Pioneer at 11:33. First power play of the game goes to Northville. Face-off is going to be to Templeton's left in the far face-off circle. Bergman in to take the face-off. And a shot just off of the face-off comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Cleared all the way down into the Northville end. Racing back over, Liddell has it back behind her own goal. Estella Young trying to pull it away in along the end boards. Liddell has it on the far circle, trying to bring it out in front. Here comes Northville, is coming into the zone. Liddell has it. That goes in along the end boards. Picked up over to Estella Young outside the near circle. Held in, shot there, knocked down as that was Zarowski holding it in. Battle with it. That goes right back out into the neutral zone. Gathered up by Marks. Marks down the far boards. Now collected as Zarowski brings it in along the near boards of her own zone. Estella Young trying to hold it in. Now gathered up back over there by Yazaki, trying to move it into the neutral zone. Now gathered up Estella Young right at the blue line, trying to backhand it ahead. Northville had it for a moment. Here comes Bergman. Bergman over the zone, into the Northville zone, outside the far circle. Bergman into the far corner, backhands it out in front, and good save by Mavernack. 10:22 left to go here in the third. Pioneer up 7-0. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That Mavernack's right. Ghazi in to take the face-off. That high slot over to Eben. 3 goals already. That puck right back behind. Picked up back over there by Little. Has it back behind the goal underneath the near circle. Little trying to pull it right out in front and covered up by Mavernack. 34 seconds left on the power play for the Mustangs. 10:06 left to go here in the third. Face-off is going to be to Mavernack's left in the near face-off circle. Cundiff in to take the face-off. On the other side is Agazi. Back is Heben at the near point. Held it in. Outside the near circle. Knocked down. Trying to pull it back over is Agazi. Right back into the neutral zone. Jof has it down the far boards. Jof backhands it. Go deep into the far corner. Gathered up there by Zarowski. Zarowski goes right back behind her goal from the far side to the near side. And tip back into the neutral zone. Heben has it. Heben trying to put it back deep into the Mustang end. That'll slip right back behind Mavernack. Gathered up into the far corner by Liddell. Liddell coming down the far boards. Liddell. And tipped back. Jof keeping it in. Jof at the far point trying to put it back deep. Jof trying to dig it out of the boards there right at the far point. So that puck now lifted back into the neutral zone. Heben has it back at her own blue line, trying to avoid pressure back coming from Marks. Heben gets herself over the over center ice, puts it back deep into the Northville zone. Into the near corner it goes. Chase back over there by Liddell. Liddell has it. That right off of the official, back to the near point. Heben with the shot there. That went off of a Northville defender. Marks coming the other direction. Chipped by Jof down the near boards. Pace trying to move it ahead. Gathered by Marks at her own blue line. Marks brings it all the way across. Fires it deep into the Pioneer zone. Right back behind the Pioneer goal. 8:40 left to go here. Pioneer trying to bring it down. Penalty has expired. Pioneer back to full strength. Cundiff going back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Cundiff knocks it off the far wall. Ricochets there. Pulled back by Heben. Heben into the far corner. Heben bringing it down the far boards, trying to get it out of the zone. Good job to hold it in back over there by Brogland. Or excuse me, that was Liddell. Gets it right back into the Pioneer zone. Portinga has it, top of the far circle. Portinga. 8:08 left to go. Moves it back into the neutral zone. Gathered up by Yazaki. Yazaki ahead, right into the neutral zone now, bringing it ahead. Here comes Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld into the slot. Pulled away. Loose as that comes outside the near circle. Good defense back there by Northville as Agazi trying to feed it out back to the near point. Horvath couldn't quite hold it in as Pioneer will have to reset. Horvath moves it down the far boards. Rosenfeld loses an edge, trying to pull that back as the puck in along the far boards. Chipped right back into the Northville zone. Woodside going over, chasing, trying to get to it. Gathered up back over there by Little, who sends it back into the neutral zone. Horvath at her own blue line. Horvath coming down the far boards. Horvath has it tipped away. Gathered up by Rosenfeld down the near boards of her own zone. Rosenfeld trying to get it ahead to Shikachi. That knockdown. Northville trying to fire it back deep into the Pioneer zone. Moving ahead with it, Liddell trying to fire it across. Rosenfeld trying to knock it down. Now picked up by Portinga back behind her own goal. Portinga in along the far boards. Portinga ricochets it off the far boards, trying to get it ahead to Bacalus. Bacalus, that will be icing, is just out of her reach. That'll come back into the Pioneer zone. 6:54 left to go here in the third. Face-off will be in the Pioneer end. That will be to the left of Templeton in the far face-off circle. Bacalus in to take the face-off. Woodside to her left. Rosenfeld to her right. That deflected back to the blue line. Held in there. Shot by Zaraki. Goes into the far corner. Picked up back over there by Jof, the captain. She's underneath the near circle. Jof brings it down the near boards. Feeds it into the neutral zone. And pulled back away the other direction by Zaraki. Deep into the Pioneer end. Into the far corner. Gathered up there by Woodside, back over to Jof. Jof takes it back behind her own goal, trying to avoid pressure by Northville. Ahead to Woodside. Woodside outside of the far circle, brings it. Woodside into the neutral zone. Tipped away from her, pulled right back by Northville, down in along the near boards. Chipped ahead, now fired the other direction by Zaraki. Now go back deep. Jof right back behind her own goal, has it there. Templeton right in front of her. Jof ricochets it off the near board. Ahead over to Rosenfeld, knocked right back by Zaraki. Now coming down the far boards. Here comes Bacalus, knocked away from her. Gathered up, trying to pull it away is Brown. Brown down the far boards. Here comes Pioneer, chipped away. Good defense by Zaraki to get it right back into the neutral zone. Now coming in, and all the way across, in along the near boards. Backhanded back into the neutral zone. Gathered up there. Now Joe fires it back in deep. 5:26 left to go. Puck into the far corner. Marks has it there. Marks. That fed all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head back into the Northville end. 5:17 left to go here in the third. 7-0 Pioneer with the lead here at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Ellison to take the face-off. Yazaki on the other side. Puck all the way back. Eben has it at the far point. And shot deflected by the defense. Now turning with Estella Young. Estella Young. That goes right through the slot into the far corner. Gathered up there in the far corner by Bergman. Bergman in along the end boards. Picked up, moved over, trying to come across. Martin in the far corner. Now that gathered by Liddell. Liddell has it underneath the far, near circle. Liddell into the neutral zone, bringing it ahead. Liddell into the Pioneer zone, onto the near circle. Centering attempt, knocked away by Horvath. That comes outside the far circle. Gathered up there by Bergman. Bergman trying to feed it down the far boards. Yazaki making a good show of it, knocking it down. That into the slot. Shot there, got deflected by Horvath. And into the near corner. Gathered up. Coming down the near boards. Fed ahead by Estella Young. That puck will skitter all the way back outside the far circle into the Northville zone. Picked up there by Liddell. Liddell moves it down the far boards. Now top of the far circle. Pioneer moves it to Horvath. Horvath. Shot deflected. That goes right back behind. Covered up by Mavernick. 4 minutes left to go here in the third at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. Face-off will be to Mavericks left in the near face-off circle. Ellison to take the face-off. Estella Young to her right. Looks like Portinga and Shikachi are going to be the blue liners. That puck into the near corner. Gathered up by Marks. Marks back behind her own goal. Marks underneath the far circle. Marks trying to move it ahead. Portinga holding it in at the far point. Now Bergman has it outside the far circle. Bergman going back behind the goal. Bergman underneath the near circle. Backhands it out in front. Now grabbed back. High slot. Shikachi. That goes wide just to the near side. Picked up. Back behind by Little. Little has it in the far corner. Now over Bergman on the far circle. That deflected into the near corner. Estella Young has it there, trying to feed it out in front. That got deflected by Marks right back into the near corner. Marks sends it for a ride, rimming it all the way around outside the far circle. Gathered up there. Here comes Northville as they fire it all the way down the ice. Icing there at 3:09. That'll head back into the Northville end. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Mavericks right. Cundiff in to take the face-off. Nordbeck on the other side. Back, high slot for Shikachi. Shikachi gets it over to Portinga at the far point. Portinga back to Shikachi. High slot. Shikachi trying to move it over. That puck outside the far circle. Picked up as Woodside trying to put it into the far corner. That back into the neutral zone. Pioneer will have to touch up and reset. Shikachi down the near boards. And fed in. Ricochets off the far boards onto the far circle. Marks with it there. Loose. Picked up. Here comes Zarowski. Over center. Zarowski trying to gain the zone into the near corner. 3:09 as the clock's not running. As that puck will get deflected back, covered up into the far corner. Still coming down, clock still not running. As that into the blue line, sent down into the near corner. Trying to pick it up. Portinga feeds it down the near boards. That brought back into the neutral zone. Clock still at 3:09, not going. The puck will come outside the far circle. Now they got it running. Look, it's not easy. Those scoreboards are not easy to run, and it's all volunteers doing it. So we appreciate the hard work. It takes a lot of people to put one of these games together. We appreciate all the Northville family, friends, and staff who are helping out here to make this game happen. 3:04 left to go. Are they going to say that is the game? And sorry, that was a goal, that last goal. Pioneer won it 8-0. So Pioneer puts the final tally in, as that is a mercy, 8-0. That's what I get for watching the clock up there. Northville continued to battle the entire time, but Pioneer getting a good win to head into the final 3 games of this calendar year. We appreciate you watching whichever team you're cheering for. We are very grateful for your support of all these wonderful, amazing athletes. Thank you to my camera person, James Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. Pioneer wins 8-0 over Northville. There you have 2 wins on the season. Looking to add to that on Wednesday. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest.